What is up, guys? It is DMG here, and today we are going to be talking about FIFA 18 along with showing you the gameplay for the daily knockout tournament. So I did want to kind of do both things, and instead of making two separate videos about it, I instead just combined them. So like I said, I am going to be showing you the gameplay from the daily knockouts in which you do win a one to watch player, and I'm also going to be talking about FIFA 18 over that gameplay as well. So on the screen right now is the team that I used for the daily knockout tournament. Now I did kind of change it up a little bit as we moved past. I think it was the first two games, but it wasn't very much. And I will show you that as well. But like I said, I did want to talk about FIFA 18 mainly. So a couple days ago, EA had their live stream about FIFA 18 and all the features they added for Ultimate Team specifically. It wasn't about career mode or pro clubs or anything else. It's just about Ultimate Team specifically, since that is what the majority of the players will be playing. So hopefully later on in future conferences, they will be talking about career mode or pro clubs or something like that. But like I said, this is mainly for Ultimate Team. So before we kind of go into the features, I just want to say real quick, don't really try to get overhyped about FIFA 18, and it's not because of the features they added. It's not because they're not good or anything. They are fantastic. The reason that you shouldn't really get overhyped about it is because we haven't seen any of the gameplay yet, right? Like, obviously the game has come out for 6, 7, 8 weeks, something like that. The demo doesn't come out until 2 weeks before that, and they are just now sending emails about FIFA 18 closed beta. I think I saw some tweets about that saying some people were getting emails about that. So literally, we are just going to be seeing glimpses of it. Not even the people who don't get emails. They aren't even going to be seeing it. Just a couple, select group of people will be seeing that. So if FIFA 18 is pretty much like FIFA 17 in terms of gameplay, where players feel like they're stuck in mud. They feel like they are trucks. There's also a lot of emphasis on the first touch. The players just don't feel good, like they just feel slow for some reason. If FIFA 18 is like that, then it doesn't really matter how many good features they add. It's not going to be a good game because the main part of it, which is the gameplay, is not very good. Like, FIFA 17 would have been the best FIFA if the gameplay was consistently good. Because when it is good, which is extremely rare, but when it is good, it's a fantastic game. It's an amazing game. But the gameplay is usually pretty bad because, again, players feel like they're stuck in mud. They move like trucks. They can't really maneuver on the ball very well. It takes them a lot of touches to just turn around. It just takes a while to do. Now, for FIFA 18, they are trying to fix that. So, what they said was their touches and shooting feels like it's going to be more fluid and all that. And one thing that I did see was that for FIFA 17 and previous times, there was like a new animation every second, maybe every touch of the ball. But for FIFA 18, it's going to be a new animation, or a potential new animation per frame. So hopefully that does help the players feeling like they're stuck in mud or moving like truck situation. So I thought that there were around 4 new features that EA really talked about yesterday, at least 4 ones that stood out to me. And now there are kind of some other stuff as well that wasn't necessarily like a huge thing, at least to me it wasn't. One was kind of some SBC stuff that they did. It's not necessarily brand new or revamped by any means, but it's going to be a little bit harder to do. So, you may need a Spanish player from Real Madrid instead of just a player from Real Madrid. You may need a Brazilian player from Arsenal, or, like something like that. It might be a little bit more in depth. There's going to be some stuff with the web app and with the companion app. It's going to be easier to do stuff with that. And also there's a new pack animation as well. So again, some new things, but not really necessarily anything to write home about. But like I said, there were around 4 that I was looking at, and those 4 were the icons that are coming to both Xbox and PlayStation, which is really nice now. There's the squad battles. There is the new daily and weekly objectives, and the fact that you can kind of look at pro players and some FIFA streamers and FIFA YouTubers as well during FUT Champions, so you can see kind of what they do and what their tactics are as well. So first, the FUT icons, which were previously legends, coming to both, again, Xbox and PlayStation. Those things are actually going to be really nice, the icons are, because instead of just one version of it, it's going to be 3 versions of that card. So there's going to be 3 Ronaldinhos, 3 Thierry Henrys, there's going to be 3 Pelés, 3 Maradonas, and all of that. And what it is the, so let's take Maradona for example. It's the player from, early on in their career, later on in their career, and then that player in their prime. And it could be different positions as well. So let's take Thierry Henry. Early on and later on in his career, he played as a left wing, but in his prime, which was at Arsenal, he was a striker. He was a fantastic striker. So his highest rated card is a 92, 93 rated striker, and then his other two cards, which are I think 87 and 90 rated, are left wing cards. So, you know, I think the ones where, like the two lower rated ones, the one early on and later on in their career, those are going to be released from day one. But the other ones, you know, the prime ones, those are going to be released later, you know, during the year. So during SBCs, or just during, you know, maybe a limited time during packs or something like that. And the second thing is the squad builders, or not the squad builders, the squad battles. What these squad battles are is that it's basically an offline FUT Champions. It's a single player FUT Champs. So if you aren't able to necessarily make the weekend for FUT Champs, or you just forgot to qualify for FUT Champions, then you can do this offline version, which is called, again, squad battles. So what it is you play squads that other people have made, so the real squads that other people play with, and again, it's offline, so you just play at a certain level, and you try to get as many points as you possibly can. So, you know, the higher the difficulty, so, you know, world class, legendary, or ultimate, that's going to give you more points. So the more points that you win, that's going to get you, you know, gold, top 100, elite, all that stuff. Now these next two, in my opinion, are more important to me personally, because I'm actually going to be, I know I'm heavily invested in these two. The first two are really nice to have, but again, they're not really that big of a deal for me. So like I said, the first two were icons and squad battles. Again, icons, that's really nice to have, but I don't really use legends that much, and, you know, I'm not going to pack one anytime soon either. And then for the squad battles, I mean, I mainly play online, so again, if I forget to qualify or something, that's going to be nice to have that offline version. But again, I will mainly be playing online. So the other two, for me, or at least, are extremely important, which are the weekly and daily objectives, and the fact that you can kind of watch pro players and streamers, and, you know, YouTubers and content creators. So obviously, you know, the streamers and pro player, you know, watching those guys, watching those games, obviously that's a huge thing for a lot of people, especially for me though, because, you know, I just want to get better. So, you know, if, let's say next year I'm bad at defending, you know, for some reason I'm just not good at defending, I will look at some pro players and, you know, see who they're controlling, where their positioning is at certain parts of the field, so, you know, that will help me defend better. And then my other favorite part, probably my favorite part of it all, is the objectives, the daily and weekly objectives. You know, since FUT Champions came in, you know, let's say like 3 months into FIFA 17, we weren't really doing a lot during the week. It was just waiting for the weekend, waiting for FUT Champions. So, you know, if you get to Division 1, there's not really a whole lot of reason to play, honestly, just because, you know, there's no point. You've won Division 1, so you just have to wait for the weekend. So with these objectives, it gives us a reason to play. It gives us rewards for doing stuff during the week. So I don't really think that we're going to be getting, you know, fantastic rewards. We don't really know what the rewards could be. But, you know, let's say a month before the season starts, I believe that if you, you know, do a month's worth of, you know, objectives, you know, daily, weekly objectives, that's going to give you like a really nice, you know, 15, 20, 30 packs to have for that team of the season. That's going to be it for this video, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy and learn something about FIFA 18 as well. Now, if you guys want to continue talking about FIFA 18, just leave it in the comments down below and I'll definitely, you know, communicate with you guys. But like I said, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been DMG. Peace.